Okay, let's not sugarcoat any of this, okay? Self-development, yeah. Nobody tells you the part when you literally feel like you're losing your mind before you find peace. It's all cute online, cool, when people say, oh, just raise your vibration, just become your higher self. But let me tell you something. The journey... Like many of you, I've been through it, okay? Self-development is not cute. It's not all lighting candles and just reading books and then suddenly becoming the version of yourself that you've always desired to be. That's not how it works. It's realizing you're the one who's been in your own way, okay? It's realizing you've been the one that's living out patterns you didn't even choose. And for me personally, self-development got really, really real when I started to become aware of my patterns, okay? Bear with me. Because the traits that I'm about to reveal to you was very, very hard for me to accept. Like, I thought that I was the one that was okay and everyone else was fucked. But the thing was, it was me that was the problem. Not to say no one did me dirty, not to say everyone was perfect, but I just had to realize my part to play in every situation and understand that if someone's doing something that I don't like or they're acting the way I don't like towards me, it's a reflection of me. It's a reflection of either how I treat myself or how I've allowed these people to treat me, okay? Once I realized these things, as much as it was a tough pill to swallow, let's get into it. So today I want to tell you exactly how I changed my life, starting with the one thing that no one tells you. So you have to actively be altering the way you think, speak and act every single day. And for me, shit got humbling when I first started studying psychology. And you know, I've always been into kind of this self-reflection aspect of things. But I think I was watching a TikTok video and I saw them talking about personality traits in relationships. And they was listing all the personality traits and, you know, what you kind of would do in a relationship. Fear of abandonment, overthinking, etc, etc. It basically said at the end, if you exhibited these personality traits, then you most probably have personality disorder. And me personally, as someone who studies psychology, I don't take the internet's like word for gospel, because obviously I've read the DSM-11. I know what it means to diagnose, but when I realized, oh, I did used to go from 0 to 100 real quick. Oh, I was constantly feeling self-abandonment. I was constantly overgiving to be chosen. It hit different. It hit different. I was like, no way have I been exhibiting traits of someone with personality disorder. Fuck! Like, most of us are going through life just having everyday struggles, everyday thoughts in our mind, and not knowing that we are actually struggling with a borderline disorder. Anyway, self-diagnosis aside. So I had to learn, if I wanted to be better, if I wanted to love deeper, if I wanted to get that mutual respect, in my relationships, I had to slow the fuck down. Now, the reason why a lot of my trauma came out in relationships is because specifically I didn't have my dad around, and obviously that's where my fear of abandonment stemmed from. But becoming aware that I had some issues that I needed to work on really did change shit up for me. Once I realized that I exhibited traits of personality disorder, I started to research how psychologists or how CBT therapists work with people with personality disorders in their relationships. How do you help these people think differently? So I wasn't just panicking thinking that, oh, this guy doesn't like me anymore because I wasn't getting a response back. Do you know what? I never used to make it clear that I was thinking that to the guy, obviously, because I'm not a fucking lunatic. But when I would send a message that was like a bit risky, I'll be looking at my phone thinking, why hasn't he replied back yet? Oh, has he seen it yet? Oh, or this or that. I just like get myself into a really big panic. It's giving insecure. It's giving low self-worth. As I started to do the research about how to actually go through the process of relationships, how it's supposed to be at the start, how it's supposed to be at the end. You're not supposed to really give too much information at the start. You're just supposed to kind of go with the flow, not kind of rush things, kind of like get to know the person. And when I used to be in relationships, when I used to first get into a relationship, I think, okay, this is the person I'm going to marry. I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this person, and that's going to be it. I'll become obsessed, like, this person is my be-all, end-all. But yeah, I had to slow the fuck down. I stopped rushing, I stopped overgiving just to feel loved. I stopped being the one who kind of always initiated everything, and I started grounding myself into my feminine energy, allowing the men to just text me first, letting them plan dates and just show up, receiving without guilt, because I realized that I am actually the prize. Period. I literally built my own business at 23, studying psychology, stacking my bag. Like, what more do you want? Respectfully. Me, I still allow myself to show my love through physical touch, because that's just that's my love language. Massages, affection, that's just me. But now I give from overflow and not just from survival, not from the state of panic, not from insecurity, not from low sense of self-worth. And it wasn't just love. Business humbled me as well. There was a time when I was working part-time, I was studying full-time, I was creating content non-stop. I was networking, going to the gym, swimming, yoga, mat pilates, spending 8 to 12 hours a day hustling, and still not seeing any results like I thought I should be, you know? And I wasn't getting no viral content, I wasn't getting no sales flying in, no overnight success, and I was completely burnt the fuck out. But the thing that shifted everything for me in that aspect was that I realized that it wasn't about the vanity metrics or being perfect, it was about value and strategy. So I stopped chasing the views and I started focusing on making valuable offers, talking to my dream clients directly, having webinars, masterminds, going live intentionally, engaging with people meaningfully and not just mindlessly scrolling, emails, threads, and trust me, these are all game changers. And when I aligned my business like this, the sales, the confidence, the clarity, it just started flowing in. Period. The fuck? Ah! That was my mum, by the way, with the finance. But this journey has definitely been more about money and relationships. I really had to let go of striving for money or striving for relationships. I had to strive for what my soul truly wanted, which was to make transformational change in the life of others. And that's the intention I had to lead with everything that I was doing, because that was my life force energy. I really truly believe we all come down here with an intention, and if we drive our life with that intention, fuck me, that's when you will see life start to change for you. Yeah? Remember, you heard it here first, okay? But yeah, I had to kind of let go of this concept of just striving for relationships or just striving for money. It was more about healing my attachment patterns. It was more about regulating my nervous system. It was more about learning to be okay, not to be chosen. It was learning to stop overgiving from a place of fear. It was learning that me being an outgoing individual and taking up space doesn't make me a bad person. Most people who tell you that you're wrong for taking up space or just embracing your own personality, they're fucking insecure. Don't take advice from them, period. But it's also been about finding joy in stillness and not just productivity. And most importantly, becoming my own validation. I used to be obsessed with proving that I'm enough. And now I know that I'm already enough, period. And that's even if I do nothing today. That's even if I don't get a compliment. Even if a post I make flops. And my version of success only came to me once I had put in the work to let go of traits that were no longer serving me, and asking myself every single day, what would my higher self do? That's it. And I also meditated every day as well. And I also meditated and visualized and took care of myself mentally, spiritually, financially, and physically. But we'll get in that more as I post more videos, because I feel like I need to share the tea. But today I'm sharing with you the main thing that transformed me. Consistently asking myself, what would my higher self do? And here's what I want you to know to end of this video. You can transform no matter how messy you've been, no matter what habits or labels you've carried, no matter how chaotic your journey has been or seemed. You are not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You're literally just becoming the version of yourself who you've always been, but has just been overcrowded with the opinions of others, societal norms, things that are acceptable and unacceptable, things that are wrong and right. You're just becoming a version of you who has your own values, who has your own beliefs, who follows their own moral compass. If you relate to this video, and if you are in this kind of weird space between the old version of yourself and the version that you're becoming, comment "I'm becoming," because the fact is you are, and I see you. P.S. Don't forget to subscribe, because we only do it real over here. Okay? Peace.